My favorite show memory happened when I was about 16 years old. 4 or 5 of my favorite local bands were putting together a Christmas show, and the theme was Crazy Christmas Sweater / Mustache Bash. So you either had to have a mustache or a Christmas sweater, or both if you wanted, and right away that's just a recipe for a great time. I actually ended up making my own Christmas sweater, and it had the Slayer logo, but instead of being spelled regularly, it was spelled like Santa's sleigh, so that was a really great Christmas pun. And honestly, I was the best dressed person there, let's be honest. But the show was held at a small venue in my hometown. It's since closed down, but it was very much just the center of the scene when I was in high school. Everyone went there every weekend. We knew each other, and it was just a great place to be. I made a lot of memories there. But this particular night, again, it was all local bands, and I walked in, and it was just one of those moments where you realize you know absolutely everyone there. And at first there was a moment of terror, like, oh my god, I'm a show rat, like, I've become that person. But then I just had a moment of, like, tranquility where I realized that I've become part of my hometown scene, and it's something that I love. And it's a place where I have family and I have friends, and there's people that I know and people that I want to see, and it was just a really great moment. And all through the show, everyone was singing along. No one was being an asshole. There was just a ton of respect because it was all local bands doing what they love, doing what the people love to see. So everyone was singing along, and even if you've never heard this band on CD, you've never visited their MySpace, you've never looked them up on iTunes, everyone there had been to enough concerts to know every chorus, every gain vocal section, and everyone was just getting into it. And it was one of those great moments where you realize that, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, like, as long as you are into the music, you're really part of it. Perhaps the best moment of that night, though, was my friend who's probably like 110 pounds, little vegan kid. He was shit-faced. Like, the 19-year-old kid that sneaks like a flask into the venue, that was him. And as soon as the headlining band starts, the pit just like opens up, kids are going wild, fists are flailing, and my friend decides to jump in because he was drunk enough for that to be a good idea. And not even 10 seconds after he gets in, this kid, maybe like 80 pounds of straight edge fury, just punches him right in the face, and my friend goes down. He ends up breaking his nose, busting his lip open, and again, he was completely drunk, didn't feel a thing, like his face is dripping blood, and he just goes right on pitting along. And eventually the security guard had to stop and be like, dude, are you okay? And literally his only response was, fuck you, it's Christmas. That's kind of how I feel about the whole event. Fuck you, it's Christmas.